Hi, I'm Tara Bennett-Smith, and I'm here at the Montgomery Heart event in Houston, Texas. And I'm sitting with another three-namer. So you got Tara Bennett-Smith and Denise Pennie-Madison. And we are going to chat. She is a patient of Dr. Montgomery's. And I just want you to share a little bit about, if you don't mind, what you were going through, what brought you to Dr. Montgomery, and I'll interject periodically. So tell me a little bit about your background, like what happened to you?
I became a patient of Dr. Montgomery about 12 years ago.
12, wow.
I was introduced to him by a couple of church members, and I was told I needed to find a cardiologist, and they were patients of Dr. Montgomery. It was Sharon and Bill Livingston. And so I came to him then, and he introduced to me at that point about becoming plant-based. And I said, no. I don't want to do that.
So I need to eat some hot food and good food. And what am I going to do for Thanksgiving? Shoot.
Right. And then he was talking about the boot camp back then and everything. And I was like, oh, that's out of my budget. I can't do that. And then I just told him, just keep hope alive, and I will too. And he was like, okay, well, until then, I'll keep prescribing you medication if that's what you want. Well, the pandemic hit moving forward. And before it hit, I lost my mom in January of 2020 for cancer, throat cancer. Then my sister in March of 2020, 6 weeks later, from cancer also. So cancer runs on my mom's side. It's like every female has passed because of cancer, some type of cancer. On my dad's side, it was diabetes or hypertension. And I was like, I got to do something differently here. I've had two sisters that have had heart attacks and strokes. And the word I kept hearing all the time was morbidly obese. And I was like, well, I don't want to keep calling that. I need to do something different, So
Now, at the time, were you larger than you are now?
Yes.
Okay.
I just went through the program to become plant-based May 30th.
Okay.
I've lost 31 pounds.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Since then. And I'm off of 3 medications.
Mm-hmm. How many were you on?
6.
Okay.
So I'm halfway there.
You're halfway there.
I'm halfway there. Thank the Lord. And so it just was like something needed to be done. And I've tried to be an advocate for my sisters who have had the heart attack and stroke. And everybody's like, give up meat? No, I don't think so. So, but it was very challenging at first to do the 28 raw. And I stuck with it. And they kept telling me, encouraging me to keep staying with it. Dr. Montgomery has the best staff ever. Mm-hmm. Best staff ever. Everybody's there so nice and encouraging and everything. So they were like, just stick with it. Just stick with it. It's going to pay off. And so when you see it in numbers where you see where your heart, how long you can live with where your heart was and where it is now, you see the big jump in the numbers as well as the weight loss and everything and coming off the medication. So that's a good thing to see, and I'm like, I just love it now. I love it getting smaller. I love it that I'm seeing my numbers are going down. I'm loving that.
And I think the thing that people need to know is that, when you start on this journey, it's not easy.
It's not.
But now also having to be in the hospital is not easy.
No,
having to constantly going to have surgeries are not easy.
Right.
And when the people say, oh my God, like you said, I can't afford that. Well, can you afford the alternative?
Absolutely.
Because you're going to have to pay for something at some point.
The medication.
The medication, it's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Well, not only are you paying financially for the medication, but you're paying emotionally for the deal. What you have to deal with, you're paying for something.
Absolutely.
And if you can limit the things that you have to pay for, whether it's mental, emotionally, physically, financially,
right.
then you start chipping away at some of those things.
Absolutely.
And life just becomes whole and new.
It's new. It's all and new. And I have the privilege of having a husband that's supportive of what I do. And he's trying to do the things that eat the way that I eat. Not totally plant-based, but he's
making steps.
There.
You know what? And that's what we want. We want people to support us.
Yes.
Because when you see that, when your sisters and them see, wow, look at her, she's doing so much better. One day, the light bulb just may go off. And hopefully it's not when you're forced to, because now you're up against the thing.
Right.
Like you said, somebody told you need to go see a cardiologist.
Right.
And then you need to start looking at it now.
Right.
As opposed to
Yeah.
you might have something happening down the line.
Right.
I suggest you go
Right.
do this now.
Absolutely.
And you did that and didn't go, oh, well, I can't give up my meat.
Right, I did, and then like I said, I've had a sister that had a heart attack and a stroke. Then another sister that had a stroke, and I'm like, we got to stop this. We got to stop this cycle.
Well, what's interesting, Denise, and then we're going to wrap it up, is that, we don't look at it. You broke a mold by changing. What was the common denominator? And unfortunately, in a lot of our families, whether it's, the words that we choose to use, the mental, the
Right.
diets that we eat,
Right.
we just keep passing the same thing down, looking for a different, outcome, when the real thing is somebody's got to make a shift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You have to make a shift. You can't expect that, okay, we're going to keep doing all the same things and going to get a different result. It doesn't happen. You made a choice to do different. And the same thing that everybody's dealing with, you just decided, no, I'm not going to do that.
I'm not gonna
And you're not doing that.
I'm not doing it. And I thank Dr. Baxter Montgomery, for the program, because it has helped. It is wonderful, even though it's very challenging still to me to this day, but it's a better thing for me.
And so give us a couple of words just for our people out there to say, what would you tell them?
Try it. You try it, as they say. You got to try it, because your life depends on you trying it. You want to definitely make a change, and you don't want it to change you, as you say, because of your health. You want to make the change. You want to be proactive in this situation. Be proactive. Be proactive. That's what I would tell anybody. And just try it.
Yeah.
You would love the results. You would. You would love them.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much, Denise
You're
Pennie-Madison.
Thank
And
you.
you go on, keep doing what you're doing, because
Yeah.
your life depends on it.
Yes, and it does.
Yes. Thank you so much, baby.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching. If you got value out of this video, please like it, subscribe, and hit the notification button to see our next show.